Now on NECN, the latest news, weather, and traffic. The best way to start your day. This is NECN Morning.
Black Friday underway. Cyber Monday is just around the corner. We'll have some tips after the break to help you avoid scams in stores and online this holiday season. Karen, we're more than 8 hours into Black Friday, but there's still a lot of shopping to go, and Cyber Monday is just around the corner. Steve Weissman, an attorney at Bentley College professor, now Bentley University professor and author, joins us to help us prevent those scams. Hi, Steve.
It's good to be with you.
Thank you for coming in the day after Thanksgiving. You all stuffed? You ate a lot?
Totally stuffed, napped out.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is going to sound a little bah humbug, but 'tis the season for scams, really. So you got to watch out.
Yeah, every season is a holiday season for scams, and the holiday season is probably the biggest season for scams. Everything from shopping to charitable giving, and it's shopping whether you're in a store or online, anywhere.
We're going to cover it all, so let's first talk about the method that most people use, the brick and mortars, go into those stores. How do we protect ourselves from scams, and what are the scams? You know,
the scams are myriad there. You can use your credit card, and the weapon of holiday destruction is a little device about the size of a deck of cards, and it's called a skimmer, and it can read the information off your credit card, steal your credit card, and you're lost. Now what happens is you've got a clerk or somebody that's a little rogue employee on their own, or maybe even hired by organized crime. They whip your card through the skimmer just before they process it and take the information. But it gets worse, because if you use a debit card, the fine print in your debit card is where you find things that aren't very fine, so you think you've got a zero liability loss problem. But unfortunately, it doesn't apply all the time, and so if someone uses that skimmer to take information from your debit card, then you're really in trouble, because they can actually just empty your checking account.
So basically, you should use cash or be very cognizant of what shows up on your statements after you use your cards.
And you know, that's a key thing. Watch that card. With the credit card, you've got a real good amount of protection. With the debit card, if you catch it immediately, you get some good protection.
All right, tomorrow is Cyber Monday, and what can you do to protect yourself from getting scammed online?
You know, online actually is probably safer, but you do have to be careful. And one of the little things is just look for the S. And the S is HTTPS in the domain name, because that shows it is a secure socket location. And what it means is they're encrypting your data. You're only as good as the company you keep. You're only as safe as the companies with which you do business. And so if they are not securing the data, then it may be stolen from them, let alone from your computer. And then, of course, if you're phishing, and this is with a PH, and you go onto a website that you think is safe, but it turns out to be a scammer's, they can download, you end up downloading on your computer a keystroke logging program that takes all your information.
And real quickly, what about the PayPal pay system? Is that okay? Is that safe?
PayPal is great. I may be one of the few people in America who doesn't use PayPal or eBay. And I got a notice, though, that there was a problem with my PayPal account. And had I not had one, I would have been nervous, because they have something called smishing. You may get a text message or an email message from PayPal, and it says that there's been a security breach and you have to redo your information. But that's from the scammers, and that's stealing your PayPal account.
All right, so we got smishing and phishing, and okay. So how can you recognize a charity scam? That is just the worst, to scam charities.
Yeah, particularly this time of year, because what happens is the charity is not getting, a real charity isn't getting the money, and the scammers are. Good place to go is charitynavigator.org, and it's a website where you can check out the names of charity, because particularly there are some good firefighter and police charities. There are also some that are totally bogus. There are also some that will have a name like Cancer or Heart in it, but they're not the same legitimate charities. So you want to check that out. One big problem is, if you get a call, it may be from a legitimate charity, because the Do Not Call list doesn't cover charities. So don't give out any information over the phone. Check out the charity, and I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, and if you get scammed once, then you're reluctant to give to another charity because you just don't know, and it's a legitimate charity the next time around.
Exactly, and it's also worse because the scammers have a great camaraderie, and they sell to each other and share with each other the names of people they've scammed.
All right, Black Friday today. Happy shopping, and be careful of these scams. Use the advice from our Stephen Weissman, attorney at Bentley University, professor and author. Thank you so much.
Thank you.